Joining me now, co-host of Fox and Friends Weekend, obviously author of the new great book you need to go get, American Crusade, Our Fight to Stay Free, Pete Hegseth, and obviously combat veteran. I can't leave that out. Pete, you were all over this New Jersey thing last week, and I think people got a little confused with what they saw. Everyone saw the video the one day, the cop shows up, says, hey, we're not enforcing it, have a good day, crowd cheers, America, baby. And then all of a sudden, the next thing we know, some guy's getting thrown in handcuffs. What happened?
Yeah, they're waiting for the cameras to leave. That's what happens every single time, and we couldn't be out there every day. Thankfully, a Fox affiliate out of Philly was for most of the days after that. Yeah, they wait. They gave one good moment from the local police. Then they issued him a summons. Then the next day, they started taking the names of every customer of the gym. So they're trying to intimidate the customers to hit Frank and Ian, the guys that run it. And then one wouldn't give his name, so they cuffed the guy. Then in the days that follow, they kept the gym open, and they would follow customers away from the TV cameras and then pull them over a block or two down the road and issue them a citation. Then they were given a health citation, even though no one had inspected the facility. And ultimately what happened is the Friday before Memorial Day, Governor Murphy had the health department change the locks of the gym. They didn't just padlock it. They changed the locks of a private gym so they could not get into their own gym, citing a health violation. The gym is now locked, but they are fighting. They've brought a lawsuit against Governor Murphy and in federal court. I've been talking to their lawyer today. They're hoping for some resolution in a week or so, but in the meantime, they're shut down. I was inside that gym. These guys are doing it better than any of these big box stores are doing as far as managing health and all that stuff. It's exactly how the left works. They wait for the cameras to turn off. They use intimidation. They use any inspector or government department they can to shut you down. But they're not backing down. It's cool to see them at least fighting back.
Well, I was in a gym myself one time, Pete. Now, I am worried. I'm a little bit worried about the reputation of law enforcement in America. And I'm really worried about it, not just from this crap we see in Minneapolis, which, I mean, there's no excuse for that, but forcing police officers, or you could say them making the choice to enforce orders like this. I'm worried it's going to negatively affect the public's relationship with law enforcement big time, and law enforcement relies on that. Am I crazy?
No, you're not crazy. I hope not. I mean, I know for certain that half the guys that were there as law enforcement were members of the gym. Like, they know these guys. And Frank and Ian were super respectful of them. They didn't want to be there. They didn't want to be doing this. And to the credit of the gym owners, they fought really hard to make sure the crowd there was respectful of the police and saying, this is not the police. This is not the police that wants to do this. This is Democrat Governor Murphy and the other minions who want to maintain their power and control. We'll see how this plays out even more, how long it goes on and how that changes the perception of police. Should some of them be, I'm sure there's a number of them that said, we don't want any part of it. Ultimately, though, they've got jobs and lives and families, and they've got directives, and they're just doing their job as they see it. It's a really tough spot for them.
A very tough spot, and now everybody has a cell phone camera out there catching your worst moment on camera all the time. It's a disaster. Hey, thanks so much for watching The First on YouTube. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and like and subscribe. You heard me. Like it, subscribe. You'll get a lot more of it and a lot more of me.